Good evening, everybody. My name is Kurt Jason. This is my long-term friend and business partner, Luke Ollett. And we're here to talk to you about our startup called CrowdMelt. And our motto is, we break the ice so you don't have to. In a nutshell, we are a web-based, event-specific networking app. But our purpose is to help people meet, interact, network, socialize, understand one another at any event or gathering they attend. So think back a little bit to maybe some event you didn't feel so comfortable at, you didn't know anybody.
Like this one.
Like this one. Maybe you happen to be the plus one as a guest at somebody's wedding. So those are the type of things we aim to solve. And we have a short video. We are bootstrapped, so you'll see what a bootstrap company marketing video looks like today. About 30
Imagine
seconds.
you're hosting or attending your next event. People arrive and form small groups with the people familiar to them. But what happens when it's time for everyone to sit together or mingle with the people they've never met? And we can all relate to those awkward moments when you first meet someone by saying, "So, what do you do for a living?" Or, "Where are you from?" Which doesn't offer a whole lot in creating an active discussion. But what if there was a way to group people by tables, interests, or themes and watch interaction naturally come to life? CrowdMelt.com is just that. We break the ice so you don't have to.
Okay, so there's three things we focused on in building out this particular application. The first thing was we wanted to be very easy. Extremely easy for the host to roll out an event, and extremely easy for the guest to have a great user experience at the event. So let me show you some things that we built in just 1 to 5 minutes. So this is actually our admin board. We have developed this tool. It is market ready for the most part. Really easy to build out. You can import your guests. You can link them with Facebook. You can connect to Meetup. You can connect to Eventbrite. All that integration is built and done. So very easy to load in a guest via Excel or integrate with any of the other platforms when you're building out the events. So just wanted to show you this real quickly to show you that this is not smoke and mirrors. We do have the back end built here. This leads me to my second point. Is we have to have uses. We have to have a market for this. We believe there's several different areas that we can market this product to. So let me share a couple of these with you now. The first one being, maybe we could just shrink this down a bit, Luke, while you're loading it. Kind of try to shrink it down to the size of the phone. Got him hidden.
Yeah, the full screen.
The very top on the far right, the two little blue.
Yeah, on the corner, right? No.
Go up.
Go up. There you go.
We found out we couldn't use our Mac today, so sorry. Maybe just shrink that down. Try to give you the idea of what it looks like on the phone. So this is something we're actually working with right now in the school environment. We're approaching it at the classroom level. I just finished grad school last year, and one thing I realized that you're in a classroom of 50 people, you spend 10 weeks with them, and you meet 1 or 2 people. It's very hard to interact and network and understand where people live, what their interests are, and so forth. So we basically built it. There's actually myself. You can click on that and see what a user profile would look like. But a couple different things I use this for. We did build occupation into here. So I had an engineering undergrad. So when I went to grad school, I wanted to kind of meet a few of the engineers, understand why they went to business school, what their purpose was. I was also interested at that time in more of a finance degree. So I could easily find out in the classroom who was in finance. Maybe these are the people I could link up with that could help me through my different work. Another thing that I realized is I started grad school living in Orange County, was driving up here to LA, and in grad school there's a tremendous amount of group work. Last thing you want is to link up with the guy who lives in Woodland Hills when I was living in Costa Mesa. So another thing we built in here was a location. I can see where people in this classroom currently live. So when the teacher says, by next Thursday, figure out your group, this would help me in selecting some of those things. Next example I want to share with you guys. Luke Cathy. It was actually a wedding that we did. In fact, Luke built this particular product for his wedding. His beautiful bride's here in the audience. Got married last year. She's Chilean, he's first gen from England, and he realized that his guests were coming from all over the world. And he thought it would be a great thing to honor where they were from. So in the same fashion, he built all these tables. These are all the tables that he built. He gave them their own name and their own theme. He was trying to highlight something special for them. And then kind of the same thing on the map side of things. Currently located but would be hometown. get a better idea of where people are from across the globe. It was important for him to highlight his wife's Chilean family and his English family that came over, and so forth. Last example I want to share with you today was a birthday party. Just had my birthday in December. I think I had 18 or 19 guests for dinner. And it was important for me to kind of highlight, give a shout out to the people that were coming. And what I went ahead and did and created 2 tables for my particular dinner, added some pictures and a theme. But what was really important for me is I wanted to write something special about my guests. I wanted to make the event special for them. So you can see kind of through here I wrote something, best attorney in LA, most genuine guy I know. Things like long-term friend, bench presses too much, things like that. Things that make people laugh, things that get my guests talking with one another. Because it's very much a hub and spoke environment. I'm the hub, and I have the spokes to all my guests, but they don't really know each other. And in fact, Luke met another friend of mine by the name of Evan Harney here, primarily because he clicked on hobbies and interests and clicked on pilot. My friend Evan's just about to finish his pilot license, and Luke is interested in starting his. So they had a great connection to break the ice and begin
1 minute.
talking. Okay, great. So this leads me to my third thing. Let's have some fun with this. So we actually integrated with this meetup event tonight. We built this in probably 90 seconds, maybe a few minutes to add a little bit more. First thing I want to talk about is we decided to highlight all the other presenters here. So we created a group for each presenter. If we had our Mac, this would have been loaded. So we highlighted all the groups that were speaking here today. We kind of looked around and figured out who was part of what and assigned that person to the group so you can actually dig in a little bit deeper and figure out who the speakers are. Decided to highlight Marina for throwing this event. And then we came here to find somebody. We were actually looking for some designers and web developers, iOS guys. So we clicked on those particular interests and kind of dug around today and met a few people. I'm a big outdoors enthusiast, so I clicked on that tab earlier and got a chance to speak with somebody who was really into local hiking here in LA and so forth. So those are our 3 examples, and we're CrowdMelt, and open it up for questions.